Welcome to the last chance qualifier to get into mini golf major number 9. Eddie, Carter, and Wolf all looking for their invite to the major here. Eddie starts it off with a hole-in-one. Wow, who's going to get their invite to the major? Carter, his putt got to bounce off the back wall. Not enough speed. Wolf. Can Wolf get the win here in the last chance qualifier? His putt hits off Carter's ball. Carter gonna tap it in for 2, down 1 to start. Wolf rolls it in for 2, also down 1. On to hole 2. Eddie for back-to-back holes in 1. Lips out. Wow, Carter. His putt here got a bounce. Not enough speed. Wolf. His putt pulled it to the left, got an interesting bounce, gets down there by the hole. Eddie rolls it in for 2. Carter for his 2, got it to go up to 4. Wolf, his putt, rolls it in, also up to 4. On to hole 3. Eddie on an early record watch here. Thank you to everyone that contributes to this major's purse. The major will follow after this last chance qualifier. To see who gets that 5th spot so far in the major, it's myself, Danny, Steven, Bella, and Dad. Carter's putt gets it around for 2. Wolf with some speed, got a bounce, gonna tap it in for his 2 up to 6. Eddie to stay in the lead. Got it to go up to 5. Carter for his 3. Leaves it short, gonna tap it in for 4 up to 8. On to hole 4. Eddie's putt here. Bounces back. Not enough speed. Wolf. His putt on the way with some speed. Takes a big bounce. Bounces back off the wall. Carter down 3 to the lead after 3 holes. His putt bounces off to the side. Bounces back. Eddie rolls it in for 2 up to 7. Carter's putt here. Got it for his 2 up to 10. Wolf for his 2. Not enough speed. Gonna tap it in for 3 up to 9. On to hole 5. Eddie a 2-shot lead. Here in the last chance qualifier, his putt missed it. Gonna tap it in for 2 up to 9. Carter. His putt. Not enough speed. Rolling back down. Oh no, now for 2. Lips out. Gonna tap it in for 3. Up to 13. Wolf. His putt here. Got it to go for a hole-in-one up to 10. On to hole 6. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a tournament. We really appreciate it. On the road to 100K subscribers. Thank you all so much. Wolf's putt bounces back. Eddie's putt ends up right next to the hole. Gonna tap it in for his 2 up to 11. Averaging less than a 2 on every hole to start so far. Carter just missed it for a hole-in-one. Now for his 2. Rolls it in up to 15, down 4. Wolf rolls it in for 2, just down 1. On to hole 7. Wolf's putt here with some speed. Hits off the back of the hole. Got a bounce. Not enough speed. Eddie. On record watch here. His putt hits off Wolf's ball. Carter has some work to do here. Can't make many more mistakes. His putt lips out for a hole-in-one. Eddie gonna tap it in for 2 up to 13. Wolf missed it for his 2. Gonna tap it in for 3 up to 15. Carter got it for his 2 up to 17. On to hole 8. Can Eddie build his lead here? His putt comes up short. Oh no. Now for his 2. Makes it up. Would be a big save here. Rolling down through the cones. Up against the wall, drops down onto the green. Carter, his putt on the way. Rolling down. Another ball rolling down as well. Carter's putt, can he find it? Drops out, not enough speed. Wolf, his putt on the way. Makes it up. Hole in one to possibly be tied for the lead. Rolling down. Drops out. Ends up next to Eddie. Carter tapped it in for his 2 up to 19. Missed it on the camera there. Eddie in for 3 up to 16. Wolf rolls it in for 2, just down 1. On to hole 9. Who's going to get the win here in the last chance qualifier to get into mini golf major number 9? Carter's putt gets down there. Wolf. His putt on the way. Breaking back towards the hole. Tracking. Just missed it to the right. Wow. Eddie in the lead here. His putt for a 17 on the front 9. Bounces back. Not enough speed. Wolf going to tap it in for 2 up to 19. Eddie, an awkward stance. Rolls it in up to 18. Carter for his 2. Missed it to the left. Down 4 after 9 holes. Up to 22. On to the back 9 we go. 9 holes to play in the last chance qualifier. Wolf's putt rolls down to the right. Eddie, chance to build his lead. Missed the tire. Rolls down to the right. Carter, his putt rolls back down as well. All in about the same spot. Wolf for his 2. Bounce back off the wall there. Carter. Can Carter make a comeback here? His putt gets down by the hole. Eddie. Can Eddie hang on to his lead? His putt bounces back to the left. Wolf for his 3. Missed it to the left. Gonna tap it in for 4 up to 23. Eddie for his 3. Got it to go up to 21. Carter rolls it in for 3 up to 25. On to hole 11. Eddie's putt here. Playing it safe. Lipped it in for 2 up to 23. Carter. His putt bounces off to the right. Might have a look for 2. Wolf. After that 4 on hole 10, his putt not in a good spot. Carter rolls it in for 2 up to 27. Wolf. His putt, not enough speed. Gonna tap it in for 3 up to 26. On to hole 12. Eddie's putt here. Missed it to the right of the line. Eddie a 3-shot lead. 7 holes away from his invite to the major. His putt rolls out. Carter. His putt also rolls up right of the line. Rolling out down away from the hole. Rolls out slowly. Has a look for 2. Wolf. Hole in one would be big here. Pulled it to the left. And rolling out down away from the hole. Needs to slow down there. Carter for his 2. Got it to go up to 29. Eddie. His putt for 2. Lips out. Gonna tap it in for his 3. His lead is 3. Wolf. His putt. Played it off the wall there. Missed it. Now for his 3 to be tied with Carter. Missed it to the right. Wolf gonna drop to last place up to 30. 6 holes to play in the last chance qualifier. Eddie a 3-shot lead. Can Carter or Wolf make a comeback here? Carter's putt makes it in. Drops in for a hole in one. Up to 30. Wow, Eddie. His putt bounces back off the pin. Rolls out to the right. So far in the major, it's myself, Danny, Steven, Bella, and Dad. These 3 players playing for that 5th spot. Wolf's putt bounces back off the pin. Eddie missed it for his 2. Now for 3. Lipped it in. Still in the lead by 1. Wolf. His putt for 2. Bounces back now for 3. Bounces back off the pin. Oh no. Wolf now for his 4. Missed it. Gonna tap it in for his 5 up to 35. On to hole 14. The slide hole here. Carter for back-to-back holes in one. Just missed it. Eddie. His putt on the way. Got a soft bounce. Stays there by the hole. Gonna tap it in for his two. Up to 31. Wolf. After that 5 on hole 13, his putt takes a big bounce back. Carter for his two. Got it to go up to 32. Wolf. His putt here. Missed it to the right. Gonna tap it in for 3 up to 38. On to hole 15. 4 holes to play. Carter's putt on a good line. Not enough speed. Gonna tap it in for his 2 up to 34. Eddie. Hole in one to build his lead. Bounces back. Not enough speed. Wolf. His putt bounces over the hole. Eddie for his 2 to stay in the lead. Got it to go up to 33. Wolf rolls it in for 2 up to 40. On to hole 16. A lot of pressure here. Carter's putt missed it to the right. Stays there. Gonna tap it in for 2, but missed it to the left. Eddie. Hole in one would be big here. His putt on a good line. Not enough speed. Now for 2. Makes it in. Missed it to the left. Wow. Wolf. His putt here on a good line. Makes it in. But missed it to the left. Eddie gonna tap it in for 3 up to 36. Carter for his 3. Got it to go up to 37. Wolf gonna tap it in for 2 up to 42. It all comes down to this in the last chance qualifier. Eddie a one-shot lead over Carter. Wolf's putt missed it. Carter. Pressure's on here. His putt. Does he have it? No, missed it to the right. Eddie. Can't find the feet of the dinosaur. His putt. Bounces back, but has a look for 2. Eddie's putt here. Can he save it? No, missed it to the right. Gonna tap it in for his 3 up to 39. Carter was down 4 after the front 9. Now tied for the lead with 1 hole to play. Wolf with the fadeaway got it for 2 up to 44. On to hole 18. Wolf's putt here rolling down. Can he end it with a hole in one? No, missed it. Now for 2. Got it to go up to 46. Gonna fall short here. Carter, hole in one to possibly walk it off on a good line. Tracking. Not enough speed. Carter gonna tap it in for 2 up to 41. Eddie, hole in one to walk it off to get his invite to the major. Made a hole in one on this hole to start the round and missed it. Has some work left for 2. Eddie's putt to force a playoff. Missed it to the right. Carter gets the win and his invite to mini golf major number 9. Thanks for watching.